Hey preschoolers, welcome back to school. I haven't read stories for a long time, but I thought a back to school story would be good. This one's called Duck and Hippo in the Rainstorm. It's not about school, but it is a rainy day here. And it's a good story about two friends. Duck knocked on Hippo's door. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, Duck, said Hippo. Duck twirled her umbrella. It's spring. Spring, she said. Want to walk in the rain? It'll be so fun. Said Hippo. He was worried about the weather. If you'll share your umbrella. Of course, said Duck. So Hippo pulled on his big rubber boots and went out for a walk in the rain. But there was no room for Hippo. He tried walking in front of Duck, but that didn't work. He tried walking behind Duck, but that didn't work. Then Duck stood on Hippo's feet, and Hippo held the umbrella, and that worked just fine. They puddle jumped together. Splosh, splosh, splosh. They plopped through mud together. Slop, slop, slop. And they dropped a stick off a bridge and watched it rush down the creek. Swoosh. Duck said, "Want to sail down the creek? It'll be like riding a roller coaster." Said Hippo. It looked like the storm was getting worse. If you'll share your umbrella. Of course, said Duck. So Hippo put the umbrella in the creek and helped his little friend sit down. But there was no room for Hippo. Hippo tried sitting in front, but that didn't work. Hippo tried sitting in back, but that didn't work. Then Duck sat on Hippo's lap, and that worked just fine. They swirled around boulders together. Whee! They whirled around a crocodile together. Eek! Oh dear! Finally, they twirled into a pond and began to sink. Blub, blub, blub. Hippo totally disappeared. Duck looked all around for her best friend. Hippo! Hippo! Where are you? Here I am, silly Duck, spluttered Hippo, bursting up for air. Duck was sitting on Hippo's head. Hippo sloshed up out of the pond and stood dripping on the bank as the rain crashed down. Ah, spring, don't you love it? Said Duck. Want to walk home in the rain? Hippo just stood there soaking wet. If you'll share your umbrella, said Hippo. Of course, said Duck. This time Duck sat on Hippo's shoulders. She held the umbrella, and that worked just fine. But before they could get going, a terrible wind came roaring and whoosh. The umbrella flew up, up, up. It sailed high over the trees. And Duck was still hanging on. Help! Cried Duck. I'm coming! Yelled Hippo. Hippo raced after Duck just as fast as his hippo legs would carry him. Until... Whoops, pardon me. He almost tripped over a woodchuck, but he caught his balance just in time and kept on running. And the small but nimble Duck just missed hitting a tall, tall treetop. Yeeks! Then down, down, down spun her umbrella like a falling leaf. And Duck landed on top of Hippo's shoulders right in front of Hippo's house. Thanks, Hippo, cried Duck. That was fun. You're welcome, said Hippo. Will you join me for a warm cup of tea? Hippo asked. Of course, said Duck. She closed her umbrella. Then they both went in the door at the same time. They look a little squished. Whoops, cried Hippo, and he squeezed back out and said, After you, dear Duck. And that worked just fine. So, we have a story about two good friends in the rain. I was playing in the rain yesterday with the dog, and if you get a chance to go out in the rain, share an umbrella with a friend if they need it.